Hey, pre-notification gang. Hey, J-Mac. Coming along great, Rip. Thanks, Resub Joe. I don't know why people, or Jose, I don't know why people keep saying Choo Choo Charles is an hour long. Everything I've read says it's about 5 hours. Thanks, Resub Hillbilly. But no, I'm not doing that tonight. Definitely going to be raiding tonight. I'm just going over some stuff before them. Thanks, Resub Cheeseburger. Any speed runs? Not tonight. CoffeeZilla got him arrested. I think CoffeeZilla absolutely played a role. Thanks for 5 gift subs, Justinian. Or will play a role, rather. I'm a tier 1 artist. The resub Amaranth. Yeah, I know about the My Hero live action coming out. I know. This is a resub B22. And the resub Girlfriend. And the 5 gift subs Ollie. Thanks, Ollie. Yeah, I'll try Hello Neighbor 2 runs again. See if they crash. Won't be tonight, though. Thanks a gift sub artist. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting to do that. I'm sorry, J-Mac. Thanks to tier 1 chief. Do I have high hopes for the new Avatar Way of the Water movie? I do not. I am going in there with no expectations whatsoever, but I'm down to be pleasantly surprised. Thanks to tier 1 Zerpy, tier 1 Vander, and the 3 gift subs Tom, and resub Snake in the prime Doomieb. And the resub Flick. And the resub Matt. You still going strong in WoW? New season is out? Yep. I'm gonna be raiding tonight with the boys in a little bit. I was practicing my rotations for quite a while today, actually. I've changed my build up, so hopefully I'll be able to actually contribute well in the raid. Thanks to the resub Hamster, Dino, and the gift sub Matrix. Do I want to talk about The Secrets of Dumbledore? Nope. I dedicated a whole goddamn stream to complaining about that movie when it came out. I'm good. Thanks for the 5 gift subs Elder, and the resub Kappa, T- and tier 1 Cyverson, and 2 gift subs J Mundo. Wow, raids can be very tough. I know. I'm excited. Is the worst movies of 2022 next? That's what we did today. What do you mean? Do you mean is the best movies of 2022 next? Because if so, probably. There's a resub. Jose, Andrew, Marlox, and the Bits Dowland. And the resub. Duffy and Tier 1. Moist. And the resub. Tatona. Some God of War fans aren't happy about Elden Ring winning Game of the Year. Well, yeah, that's anything. If God of War won Elden Ring, fans wouldn't have been happy about it. It's just the way it is. Thanks to the resub. Mighty, Colby, Mercy, and the Tier 1, Ryan. I give sub Stooge and Juan. And the resub Ocean and the Prime Fruit Loop. And the resub Pig. How long do you think Sam Bankman-Fried will go to jail for? Oh, I think they're going to throw the whole book at him. Yep, no, I actually think he will face the entirety of that 115-year prison sentence he could be facing. I really do. I don't see them taking it easy on him now that he's actually being arrested. Am I playing new Final Fantasy? Crisis Core? Yes. Thanks to resub. Prodigy, Harp, Chris and the Bits, Atlanta, Tom, and Jmundo. But he donated 40 mil to Democrats. Well, he donated 40 mil to Republicans as well. That's not going to matter in court here. His money has dried up. They can no longer squeeze dollars out of him, so they're not going to take it easy. I don't feel like he's going to get Epsteined. I also don't think he's going to get Epsteined. I don't think it's like an impossibility, considering there's already 3 dead crypto billionaires in the last month. Like, it's not something that's unheard of. But I just don't think he's going to get Epsteined. I think he's too high profile for that, and I think they're just going to throw the book at him. There's a resub. Skullman, Madkazbad, Darian, Zinky, Ace, Bald Goose, Swim, and Jinglebug. And the Bits, Koblack. And thanks to the resub. Deep. That was the feedback on High on Life last night. What do you mean, like, what did I think of it? The gameplay was kind of interesting. I liked the world. I was not really appreciating the writing. I'm just, it's not for me. But it wasn't bad. I didn't hate it or anything. You gonna watch the CoffeeZilla video? Not today, but yes, of course I will. Thanks for the gift sub. Obora Wadabanost. Thanks to the resub Scotia. The thing I heard was he talked to. The thing I heard was that he talked so much to so many people about what happened because if he was tried by a jury, he could say that you can't use this and you can't use that. I don't think that's how that works, man. What? Thanks to 5 gift subs, Sunny. And tier 1 Rishi. And the resub Jaden. And Jmundo in the tier 1. Lectin. Oh, and the 5 gift sub Suzanne. Thank you for that. And Bits Walrus. The only people getting attention are the ones who make him money. Huh? Are we still talking about Sam Bankman-Fried? What are you talking about? Thanks for your sub. Arcroom, Tonal, Poof, Trashable, and the 5 gift subs Jmundo again. And the Prime Mage. Thanks, Jay. Any games? Yep. I'll be doing some rating in a little bit. But I want to shoot the shit here and catch up on everything because we got the Sam Bankman-Fried stuff, which is just so hot. So I'll be doing some rating in a bit. Thanks for resub, Row Your Boat, and the Prime Blue Sky. And the gift sub Creature and Norse. And the Prime Traveler. 115 years seems doable. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't get the full brunt of the charges. The evidence is overwhelming. Thanks for your sub. Switch Sam and the Prime Ryan. What's the worst possible scenario for him? He gets Epsteined. That's the worst possible scenario. Thanks for resub, Smokey. And Brojo. He's gonna get a plea bargain. This won't ever go to trial. Man, like I haven't passed the bar, but I'm gonna tell you, with a high-profile case like this, there is no plea that he can do where this won't make it to trial. That's not really something that happens super often. Usually, that's reserved for smaller criminals. At least, in as I understand it, usually those kind of plea bargains are reserved for the smaller case things. For example, O.J. Simpson was never gonna get like a plea deal or anything. Granted, that was an absolute blunder of a case, but high-profile cases like that do not get plea bargains to get out of it. At least not that I've seen. There's a tier 1 Zim in the resub. Kitten, Broken, Charming. If he goes full snitch, he might. But snitch on who? Like, I don't know what kind of position he'd be in and who to snitch on. Right now, the only person who will likely get out of any kind of legal repercussions is the 28-year-old Harry Potter fan, his ex-girlfriend from Alameda. Like, I could absolutely see making a deal like that where she snitches all over this man. But him, like, who is he snitching on? His employees? Like... There's a resub Dusk. Snitch on the government to the government. Yeah. Yeah, or just snitch on himself, I guess. Like, he doesn't have that kind of leverage. There's the Bits Cuddle. No, like I said, I don't think he'll get Epsteined. It certainly is possible. I just don't see it happening to him. I just don't think they'd bother. But it could happen. Thanks for resub, Isaac. And the resub Crest. Would go completely bonkers if he chose to represent himself. That would be the best timeline. And I wouldn't put it past him. I think there is a chance Sam Bankman-Fried represents himself in court. He already clearly has shown complete disregard for the advice of lawyers, as evident from all of his "I fucked up, I'm sorry." Well, I think, yep, I may have done that, like admitting to fraud and shit, completely against his lawyer's advice. I wouldn't put it past him to represent himself, and that would be amazing. Thanks to the resub. Griff, Alter, Amethyst, Cr1tikal, and gift sub basic. How does he have parents that teach law at Stanford and he still does the wrong thing? What do you mean? Just because his parents are compliance lawyers doesn't mean that he was destined to be like a good boy or a saint or anything just because his parents know the law. He saw an opportunity, he capitalized on it, made tons and tons, an unfathomable amount of money. Thanks to gift sub Gucci and resub Infinity. Thanks to 10 gift subs, Ollie. Thank you for that. How long do you think he'll get? Like I said, I really do think they're going to throw the book at him. I don't see a world where he doesn't get a huge sentencing. Even if it's not the full 115, I still think he's going to get, like, absolutely slapped. This is one of those cases where I feel like they'd want to make an example out of him. This is like their first big crypto case with like a full fraud like this. I feel like they'll definitely try and make an example out of this guy. Did they announce all the charges already? I don't know if they announced all the charges. That I didn't see if they announced them all. They announced some of them though. I thought I read that there were more to come, but they did announce like the wire fraud, the money laundering, securities fraud, all of that. But I thought I remembered reading that there were potentially more charges to come. But regardless, the big ones are out there. You hear about FTX paying Mr. Wonderful 15 mil to shill SBF and FTX? Yeah. I pulled that up on stream. That fucking lizard man was paid 15 mil to continue sucking his dick. Even after it all collapsed. Thanks to tier 1 Bill Murray, and the resub Rusty and Booty. And the gift sub Mighty. And the resub Uber. Do you think he'll do well in federal prison? I think he's going to do great. Him going to jail is no different than him being hard stuck bronze 3 in League. In fact, jail might even be more fun. So yeah, I think it'll be just fine. He's used to that kind of torture. It was bronze 2. I read it was bronze 3. It was bronze. Let's meet in the middle. Bronze. Hard stuck bronze. Thanks, resub Bascally. Oh, I forgot to check in on the nuclear fusion breakthrough. No one talked about it on Twitter. Fuck, was it not that big of a deal? Let's see. Oh, they finally reproduced the power of the sun in a laboratory. Didn't they do that not too long ago? Didn't I actually bring this topic to that video we made about science? What was it called? What? Hold on. I thought they had already done this, like in Russia, or was it China? Let me see. Made a video on this. Because they had a really cool machine that had a very difficult to pronounce name. So I sounded like a fucking idiot when I was trying to talk about it during the video. Oh, here it is, yeah. China's $1 trillion artificial sun reactor. And it got 5 times hotter than the sun. So is this just the first time we've done it? They produce net positive... maybe I should have continued reading. Let's see. Oh, so is what you're talking about, the net positive? Produced more energy than it took to start the reaction. Okay. Well, that's pretty hype then. Thanks to the Prime Moon and the resub 707, Monkey, Orange, Bismuth, and the Prime Clums. And the Bit Samboni. I can check those out. And the Prime Lord. Jesus, this is also intense. All of this effort for a 1.5 energy gain. But I mean, that's definitely a good start. Chat GPT article. True. Yeah, it's all just very small on scale right now, obviously, since it's in its infancy. Nice. An embarrassing disappointment after 3.5 billion invested. Jeez, what a scathing review. All right. So maybe in another 20 years, this will really get perfected. And it looks like they did it a different way than the facility in China. The facility in China used a very different technique from what I can see here. Hey, thanks for the... Oh, Jesus. Thank you for the 10 gift subs Slasher. Thank you for that. And the resub Aaron and Gyro. And TG. And E. Falat, Icy, and Binjules. And the Prime, KP, and Psych. Wow, that's wholesome. Thanks for the bit slick back and the Prime Vanilla. $1.5, not that much clueless. I'm just talking about like the actual scale of it being the size of a pencil eraser. There's a resub Panda. And the Or the resub Panda and the Prime Buck. That's a very strong start. It says a factor of 1.5. Yeah, again, the size, look, up here is what I'm talking about. It's all just a very small amount that they're working on. But yeah, it outputted 1.5 in energy gain. There's resub HODs. $1.5 better than 1-to-1. Yep. Agreed. He's a tier 1 snow. He's a prime Highwire and the resub Elythion. A pencil-sized star is huge. You have no idea. Well, you're right. I do have no idea. I'm not a fucking scientist. Here's the resub H&WT. L Mini Sun. It's not the first Mini Sun though. That one still goes to China, it seems. But theirs took more energy to produce than it output. So, as I can tell, this is a first where it was a net positive energy gain, which is pretty hype. I think that bodes well for the future. You gonna play High on Life? No, not tonight. I don't know if I'll finish High on Life, to be honest. Like, he's not bad or anything, but I really wasn't super into it. That writing is just not really for me. I like the visuals, the world, and the gameplay is pretty enjoyable, but I just don't know if I'll finish it. We'll see. Here's the Prime Highwire. Here's a tier 1 Relim. And the resub Devin, Lycan, and Prime Puke. Game looks miserable. It's not miserable. Especially not for fans of Rick and Morty. You're basically playing the Rick and Morty FPS game. So if you're a Rick and Morty fan, I think you're gonna fucking love it. Thanks, resub Catastrophic. No, I haven't watched the new CoffeeZilla video yet. I'm not gonna watch it tonight, but I will in general. You hear construction has begun on the line. Is that like a D's nuts kind of thing? What is the line? Oh, that's sad to hear, Atlanta. It looked good. Is Crisis Core remake not good? Thanks, resub Filthy. It's something in Saudi Arabia. The Line? Just sounds like the title to a movie. The Line, Saudi Arabia. A linear smart city under construction. What? The fuck is a smart city? Like some Blade Runner shit? A revolution in civilization. The line will tackle the challenges facing humanity in urban life today and will shine a light on alternative ways to live. We cannot ignore the livability in an environmental crisis facing our world city, and NEOM is at the forefront of delivering new and imaginative solutions to address these issues. NEOM is leading a team of the brightest minds in architecture, engineering, and construction to make the idea of building upwards a reality. Here, let me pull this up on screen. Which one of these is like accurate to what the line's supposed to look like? This? I'm guessing this. Here. So it looks like it's supposed to be like a whole civilization built linear here, where things are just kind of throughout this, which is interesting. Literally Coruscant. No, what? Wasn't Coruscant like the opposite of a line? Wasn't it like a donut? We're talking Star Wars, right? Or is there another Coruscant? Or Halo. Yeah, this would be more kind of like Halo. Like you take the line and you just make a fucking circle out of it. Or even like Elysium, almost. Coruscant was a whole planet city. Oh, I thought it was just like a region on the planet. Oh, shows what I know about Star Wars lore. Thanks for resub Krith and the gift sub Corbin. The bits Tory and Slick. So they're making a big street. Well, I guess you could look at it that way. From this concept art, it just kind of reminds me of the Citadel in Mass Effect, but in a straight line. Thanks for resub Goods and Zura. Literally a waste. If they can pull it off, why not? Building upwards instead of outwards and taking up more land is probably better. At least to my little brain, that sounds like some kind of improvement. Awful use of money and resources? Oh yeah, probably. He's a bit slick in the Prime Military. In the Prime Jedi. And the resub Mega Dumb. There's a quick 2-minute video on it. What, that breaks down why it's a bad idea? Here we go. This is an explanation of it.
For too long, humanity has existed within dysfunctional and polluted cities that ignore nature. Now, a revolution in civilization is taking place. Imagine a traditional city and consolidating its footprint, designing to protect and enhance nature. The line will be home to 9 million residents and will be built with a footprint of just 34 square kilometers. And we are designing it to provide a healthier, more sustainable quality of life.
That seems like it'd be fucking miserable to be that close.
Communities are organized in 3 dimensions. Residents have access to all their daily needs within 5-minute walk neighborhoods. And the line's infrastructure makes it possible to travel end to end in 20 minutes with no need for cars, resulting in 0 carbon emissions. By leveraging AI technology, services are autonomous, saving you time and effort.
That sounds hype, I guess. I don't see that happening.
The line is 500 meters tall, 200 meters wide, 170 kilometers long, and housed within an elegant mirror glass facade. Intelligent solutions create efficiency and year-round temperate microclimate with natural ventilation. Energy and water supplies are 100% renewable. The line is designed as a series of unique communities, offering a wealth of amenities, providing equitable views and immediate access to the surrounding nature. With 40% of the world accessible within 6 hours, at the heart of the globe's key trade routes, a place for commerce and communities to thrive like nothing on Earth seen before. The Line, the city that delivers new wonders for the world.
This actually just feels like the intro to a sci-fi movie where it then zooms out after this video and it's just like a broken TV in a dystopian world that's overcome with like zombies and shit. Hey, I'm all for that like deep future sci-fi shit though, let it ride. I don't see how with current technology it's going to have fully autonomous AI servants that do all of the, what was it? Like everything? What was the AI credited with? Where was that?
To travel end to end, resulting in AI technology, services are autonomous.
Oh, just all services. Jesus. Yeah, I don't think we're quite there yet. Exit tier 1 Slick in the resub Horse, Yeet, Help, and Judah. In the Prime, Isair. In the resub Cheese, Linny, and Corgi, and Ollie, Rumble, and Asni. What happens if fire breaks out? The fully autonomous service workers will come in there and clean it right up. Thanks, Arisa Leland. It's fake. No, it's not fake, actually. I just went to their website, and apparently construction has started, at least according to this first article I saw on it. Yeah. According to the satellite images, the construction has now begun on the 75-mile-long megacity. Wait, 75-mile-long megacity? Doesn't this video claim you can walk end to end in 20 minutes, or did I misunderstand that? They said there's no cars, everything's walking distance, and then said you can go end to end in 20 minutes. How the fuck are you supposed to go 75 miles in 20 minutes? Oh, they have trains in there? Oh, okay, that much wasn't clear. I thought I was still walking. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Let's see what the construction looks like right now. Oh. Not much of anything yet. Hey, let it ride, I say. I'm super down for that kind of goofy future shit. It'll take decades for it. Oh my god, yeah. Thanks a tier 1 zombie. The bits Jmundo in the Prime stream. You should look up Foot Ferret's video explaining why it's impossible. I mean, I can already figure out a couple of reasons why that's probably not going to work. But here, I'll at least listen to a couple more. Who was it? Well, that's not coming up. Was that just like your own video you were promoting or something? Because that is not popping up. Thanks for some mustachio. Never even heard of that one, Slick. I can check it out. Just do the first one. Well, this is just about it actually beginning construction, and this one's about why it might not work, but this is from a year ago. I thought this was going to be something recent, but sure.
From the longest and strangest smart city in the world to Dubai's 1,400-meter tall Creek Tower, and from the plans of a completely new massive canal in Turkey to Dubai's failed island projects, let's take a look at some impossible mega projects and why they might be too insane to pull off.
So this is just going through just a general list of them. I just want one that focuses entirely on this. Did I get the name wrong? No, this still just doesn't come up. Adam something has a good video on it. Neom is a parody of the future. Yeah, this is the company behind the line.
So in case you've been living under a rock for the past month, the Saudi government has officially announced Neom, an ultra-high-tech region of the future, made up of Trojena, an LSD user's idea of a mountain resort, the Oxagon, the floating surveillance dystopia, and of course,
Revive
the
in
Line,
Cheshire.
a futuristic line-shaped city cutting straight through the landscape. And we're going to take a look at them now. First, Trojena, which is a mountain resort on crack, complete with a huge concrete artificial lake, some bizarre mirror...
This actually looks like the stage setup from the One Piece Red film. Holy shit.
Huge concrete artificial lake,
That's
some
pretty
bizarre
cool.
mirror cave, a portal connecting the digital and the physical, a vertical village where people are transported by balls, some ultra-luxury housing, and the world's most advanced healthcare and well-being center, to nourish both body and soul. Now, believe it or not, this is the least stupid part of Neom, and is generally feasible, if we leave out all the bizarre shapes. But as soon as the Saudi dictator wants something more complicated than a mountain resort, things start going downhill pretty fast. Enter the Oxagon, a chimera of
let it
seaport,
ride.
high-tech industry and residential areas, half of it floating on
Seems
the sea,
so silly.
100% renewable energy, fully automated seaport, clean, advanced manufacturing, research and innovation, buzzword, buzzword, buzzword. However,
This is a cognitive city that
What
not
the
only
fuck?
adapts to your needs, but will learn to anticipate them.
it's just a fancy way of saying you'll be under constant surveillance by the Saudi state. And I'm sorry, you are building in the open desert. You have virtually unlimited space at your disposal. Why is half of this thing floating on the sea? Blocking
Because it's cool. I also like what everyone travels around on. The little hoverboards. Look at that shit. You actually travel by those little one-wheeled hoverboards. How do they make a profit? From the people living there? What do you mean? Same way like a landlord would make a profit, I imagine. Let me see where he talks about the line in particular. Oh, here we go.
Otherwise, life inside Neom would be rather depressing. You're locked inside a narrow tube full of buildings with prying eyes on you potentially from all directions at all times. If you want to catch a breather, you can always go outside though, into the open, empty desert. Or you can take Neom's transportation system, which is just as smart and well thought out as the rest of the project. The plan
Hey,
is
but what about the
obviously
equitable
this
views?
idea of transportation inside the line is a metro line, a freight rail line, and some ultra-high-speed whatever running at the bottom all along its entire length. And this is stupid for a
What
number
is
of
this?
reasons. First, you
Is this like the tubes from Futurama where they suck you up and spit you out? That's what it looks like. What is an ultra high speed transit? What vehicle roams these tunnels? Thanks, Resub Smoke. Just a fast train? I guess. Maybe, yeah.
stupid for a number of reasons. First, you have to build 170 kilometers of subway and underground freight rail, so basically 340 kilometers of double-track rail tunnels in total. And then, between those, some kind of techno-bullshit rapid transit that takes you from one end to the other in 20 minutes. So the thing would have to run at least at 510 kilometers per hour, not counting stops along the way. I've heard rumors they want a hyperloop, you know, that thing Elon Musk admitted to be a scam to try to get California high-speed rail cancelled, but here a regular maglev would also be enough. Otherwise they would have pods, because of course they would, and also air taxis.
I feel like any kind of disaster with their system down here, like a train crash, would actually just destroy the entirety of the line. Like, I feel like it would just completely collapse the entire system.
High-speed rail cancelled, but here buds, because of course they would, and also air taxis, which has to be the stupidest, most dangerous idea of all. Running a helicopter in a narrow, semi-enclosed space like that within close proximity of public areas and housing. So not only will you go
They're
dead
very
from the
talented
noise and blind
pilots.
from the rotor wash creating a tornado of trash and dust, you'd also get blown down into the chasm, if the thing doesn't crash into the walls first due to some erratic turbulence. So you would be using the subway for local transportation and the maglev for long distance. And this is a problem. Since we're going in a straight 170-kilometer long line, if there's any failure at any point, your system is immediately cut in half, not to mention necessary maintenance or overhauls. That would be complete chaos. This is what happens when you have a single transit line serving millions of people. Oh, you wanna ride the subway? Sorry, someone fell on the tracks 150 kilometers down, so now 5 million people are late from work. And if you need to get to the other end but the maglev breaks down, I hope you like traveling 200 stops on the subway for 5 hours, because that's what you're going to do. And these problems could easily be solved if the line was shaped like a regular city, not a fucking line in the desert. Speaking of...
Yep, so pretty much every problem you can pretty much imagine that thing will fall victim to. But my counter argument would be, who cares? I'm not living there. Just let that future technology shit ride and see what comes from it. We could have ourselves an Elysium situation in no time. It is a stupid idea, and I welcome it. I'm all for that mad science garbage here. Make a entire city in a line, stack it on top of each other, and put some trains under it. Thanks to resub Ranson and Anluki. Let me see if my friends are ready. It's starting to get kind of late for rating. Thanks to resub Pandemonium. Thanks to 2 gift subs, J Mundo. Would I live there? Absolutely fucking not. I do, however, think there is merit in the idea of building up instead of out. Like some Bioshock Infinite shit, but we're definitely not there to have like any kind of floating buildings or anything of that nature. Thanks to resub Rosea. It's just Chicago and New York, though. That's like anything but. That's like building in on itself, where everything is so fucking compact you can't move. God, I hate New York. Thanks to the resub, Sandy and Keller and the Prime Silent. Skyscrapers? Well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about literally building everything going upwards. Like, just everything straight up. Oh, you need to go to work? Okay, take your space elevator up fucking 200 feet to the floating building. Thanks to resub Scar and Brood, Voice Crack Brood, and the gift sub Subliminalist. And the tier 1 Rad. Yeah, that's how we got on this topic. The construction on the line's already begun. That's how we ended up talking about this.
And then I can just like AFK when it's time to start, you know?
Oh, I'm giving you permission so you're not muted?
Just get him banned.
The game will leave that.
Hey.
Hey.
You boys already on? Nah, I'm hopping on. Okay, I'm hopping on.
One lane there.
Is it this one? 53 minutes ago. We got our standard sports broadcaster here commentating the police chase. Love to see that. Love to see the boy back in action. He fucking lives in the chopper now. Like, this guy actually probably just set up like a sleeping bag in their police chopper, just waiting for chases.
Around this semi-truck and absolutely trying to play games here with that primary officer behind him. And now the lights are completely off once again.
He's a suspected armed robber.
Off.
God damn. Exit Prime King, and the resub J, and give sub Dumb Drunk Gamer.
Hovering between 70 and 80 miles per hour as he applies a little more gas here.
And the resub Dimney. The resub Swoley. They're always on the interstate.
That's still CHP overhead.
In the tier 1 Conan.
That CHP helicopter still following along. LAPD monitoring this pursuit in the event that he gets off of the freeway. Could put them on surface streets here in the San Fernando Valley, but in any event, certainly appears to be continuing the ride along the 5 freeway here, which is solidly in California Highway Patrol's jurisdiction, using that shoulder to get around some of this traffic and maybe thinking about an exit again, or we might see a last-minute swerve back over to the left. We'll see what happens here. He's got a few exits coming up as he gets into Sun Valley.
He's sub dumb. I think so, Cranky. Chat was saying that.
Getting off the freeway, committing to that exit ramp.
People still do this in 2022. This is like the newest meta. Like, this is a trend now. There's a police chase every few days, like a high-profile one.
Or will this put him up?
It's become like a sport.
Roscoe
Tier 1
Boulevard, but turning around on Roscoe. This could put him back on the freeway. Yep, flipped it around and now going southbound on the 5 freeway. So he got off just briefly, used that Roscoe exit to turn around and is now continuing southbound on the 5 freeway back in the direction that he started in. So to recap here, he started further south of
the interstate section
LA
is like
County
filler.
Sheriff's Century
It
Division,
just serves to be like a little cushion,
freeway
like
before
padding
getting
for
off the East
time
LA
for the
interchange.
actual meet when they get off the
Took
interstate.
the 10 freeway out to the San
like a
Gabriel
brief
Valley
respite.
a bit, turned around like we
Nothing
just
too
saw on
crazy.
the 5, made his way over to the 5 freeway, northbound 5 for some distance, all the way into the San Fernando Valley, and now he has flipped it around once again, now going southbound on the 5 freeway, heading back towards Burbank Airport off to his right,
Thanks the bits, JJ. Good to see you, man.
and getting back over to the that number 1 lane. We'll see if he jumps in the carpool lane or just straddles these middle lanes here. But in any event, traffic was relatively light if he would have continued north.
Okay, I'm gonna skip a little bit of the filler here.
Southbound side of the 5 freeway.
Oh,
At
whoa,
least
whoa, whoa,
4
whoa!
units
Okay, they're
behind
actually
him. Their
engaging in the
sirens
chase.
are flashing
Usually
and
they don't.
blaring.
Not on the interstate, at least.
Over to the right now. We'll see if that's an indication.
He turned his
of an
headlights
exit,
off,
or
so he's
maybe
invisible.
Contemplating an exit, or he could very well once again stick with the 5 freeway, which is my bet. Doing a lot more weaving as he tries to get around the little traffic that there is out here. Now in Glendale's jurisdiction, as he maintains his composure again. The driving has been very, very competent. I mean, the movements behind the wheel have not been
What?
terribly erratic. He's not.
He's on the
swerving
interstate,
very
man.
erratically at all.
All he can do
He's,
is drive straight.
Basically doing the speed limit or above. Now pushing about 15 to 20 miles over the speed limit as he pushes the gas pedal a little
Is this
bit
live?
further.
It
But
was 10 minutes
overall,
ago.
we're not talking about an extremely dangerous pursuit, but nonetheless, somebody who is refusing to pull over And that obviously creating inherent risks there. It looks like that's an Altima. Looks to be a Nissan Altima.
Okay.
Past
Oh, man. Whoa, that production value. Yeah, they got the circle out on him.
CHP
Hey,
now
Ruxin,
in a
good to see you.
position
Thanks for the
where they're
resub.
able to
Hope you're well.
possibly create a traffic break behind them, although it looks like they're following in a single file line using that number 3 lane. Fortunately, as I mentioned, not a whole lot of traffic. It could pick up a little bit more here. There, that started in the Century area of LA County Sheriff's jurisdiction, and now looks like he's getting off the 5.
Thanks for the resub, noob.
We are at the East LA interchange, and it looks like he may be getting onto
Beautiful
maybe the
overlay.
10. Is that transition going to put him on the 10, or is he going to come back around here onto State Street?
Man, these cinematic angles.
No, north. Getting back onto the northbound 5? Or is that the 10? Always difficult here once we're in the Spaghetti interchange on the north side of the East LA interchange. And sure enough, he is now on the 10 freeway, eastbound 10 freeway. Eastbound 10. Ooh, something flew off the vehicle there. Did you see that?
How in the world did you see that?
Went flying.
No,
there.
I didn't
Almost
see
looked like a
shit.
tire.
What?
Maybe it was a tire in the road. In any event, still blacked out. Eastbound side of the 10 freeway. About 75 miles per hour. CHP continuing to transition to the 10 with him. There's 4 units altogether.
Okay, let's see him get off the interstate.
Early another exit 710 tire. Sparks flying yet, but
Oh, man, what is happening here?
there's a
Oh.
report from down there that he may be.
Damn, we're really getting in there. Oh, his tire.
Yeah, look at that. That front left tire. I don't think there's anything left, and there's some sparks.
Yeah,
so
okay.
he's now missing a tire, and we're starting to see some more sparks flying off of that front left wheel.
Man, how the fuck did he notice that?
Not sure how that tire came off, but you have to wonder how he's maintaining the speed and control of the vehicle at these speeds, doing about 80 to 90 miles per hour ever since he's been on the 710 freeway, and that's with 3 tires. And there you see some more sparks flying off of that front left rim, and that's going to start to run down. That's going to start to lead to trouble here. The vehicle now on borrowed time.
It is an Altima
Without
as well.
that front tire.
We can't forget that fact.
Gotta wonder whether there was a spike strip on one of those transitions that we may have possibly missed, or whether that almost has to be what it is. But in any event, you can see him maintaining his speed here.
Okay.
Southbound, again, 4 units in pursuit.
Oh,
California
yep.
Highway Patrol not letting this one
It's
go.
really wearing down now.
Especially Cr1tikal 3. Squeezing along the shoulder there. So the end theme here is
Here
he
we
makes his
go,
way
finally
through
off the
these sets of
interstate.
homes
All right, this is when the
off the freeway, off
the
the
plot
off
gets
the 710, off
crazy.
the freeway. A little bit of smoke as he exits here, applying the brakes, creating a lot of heat. Here comes some more brake lights as he approaches the end of this exit ramp. Looks to be getting off at Wright Road. Through the light. Slowing down into a residential neighborhood. Another left turn here into an even narrower street. St. James Avenue.
I feel like
Picking
we've
up
seen
steam
St.
here
James
as he makes his
Avenue
way
in
through
another
these sets
chase.
of homes.
Must be very
Again,
popular for
on
police
3
chases.
tires, losing some more metal there, and you can see
There's also a passenger in that car.
They're still behind him. You can see the flashing red and blue lights. A lot of activity coming from that driver's seat. And now back onto Imperial Highway.
Thanks, a resub cheese.
Slowing down a little bit here, but still looks like they're trying to figure out where they want to take this. Heading back towards the freeway.
Oh, boy.
Back towards the freeway, over the freeway, past a construction zone on Imperial Highway. CHP continuing off the freeway. And we'll throw up that real-time speed tracker. It looks like about 45, maybe 40 miles per
Thanks
hour.
a bit, Cranky. That's a good point, Cranky. He could be. He's gonna need to try and get creative here if he wants to somehow evade this. They're not just gonna let him go here, I don't think. Not for armed robbery. Plus, he's driving without a tire, so he's a danger to everyone on the road.
Slowing down, coming up on another red light here into a shopping center or gas station.
Oh,
Ooh,
baby.
Look at that, a wild move.
That was a wild
Something
move.
we really haven't seen here for most of this pursuit. Jump the curb there.
He's a
Use
Prime
that
King.
gas station to get around that red light, and is now picking up speed once again on Imperial Highway.
They look so calm in there.
Joining you now on this pursuit. It has been pretty strange, to say the least. We've got some armed robbery, one armed robbery suspect at the wheel of what is believed to be a Nissan Sentra. Chris Christie overhead in Air 7 HD. Glad to join you this evening as we watch this thing.
Eastbound Imperial Highway.
Eastbound on Imperial Highway. The left front tire missing.
Is that right? Through another red light.
And I'm not sure if Chris can hear me. Hey, Chris, can you hear me? Chris,
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just busy. Can't you see I'm watching a police chase?
Sorted out. We can tell you there's at least one person in the vehicle.
Okay.
Looks like a second person, a passenger, in the front passenger seat. Now, he's trying to maneuver through traffic here as he heads on East Imperial Highway. And again, the left front tire.
It's starting to really lose speed.
On the left front tire. That has led to some sparks flying on occasion. And to what you would think would be some pretty bad maneuverability.
Oh, yep. That's all she's got. Oh, but look at those jets on this guy. Activating turbo speed.
Into another group of cars, and it looks like a commercial
going into a commercial building.
Oh, into the liquor store.
Helicopter able to keep the nights on him, but those CHP units are
He just straight up left his girlfriend in there like, good luck, bitch, I'm out. Godspeed. This is your fault. Yeah, you made me rob that place.
That's not him. Wonder how he either made his way into one of these. It looks like a liquor store there. Oh no! I hope he's not in that liquor store.
Well, he is. We watched him go in there.
That would be a big problem.
Doesn't look like it. You can see somebody there at the front door. That Knightson following the.
Oh man, they have no idea who he is. Uh-oh. Oh no, that's not the guy. That's not the guy. Oh god.
I don't think so.
I don't think he had that much time to change. He wasn't wearing anything like that when he got out of the vehicle.
I don't think so.
Oh,
but,
jeepers.
Somebody with a guilty conscience putting both hands up in the air. And you can see them now scouring this entire parking lot, looking for any sign. You can see there's a gap between that liquor store.
And yeah, he may have squeezed down there.
Very well squeezed between the two. I can't tell. It looks like there's a possible gate there. I can't tell. They're now going to peek inside that liquor store. K9 units already on scene. There's several witnesses who can help those officers out because he is not, I mean, look at them. They're kind of staying outside of the liquor store. Wonder if he might be inside the liquor store.
Oh, now they're going down the street through the parking lot again. This was the driver who took off on foot.
This is just a random guy. Oh, Jesus.
Chewing on this guy.
It's a random guy who was just getting a fucking beer.
I don't think that's him.
It's not him. What the fuck? Of course it's not him.
get us video of
Well, that should be a lawsuit.
Video of
the guy was just getting a goddamn beer
out of the car. We're trying to get that. He's in there by himself trying to get that video. We're going to try to get that to you. This doesn't, although he seems to be of similar height.
Jeepers.
That guy looks
Zoinks.
like he's pretty tall, but as I recall, I think he was wearing a white shirt, right? And had a white hat, black hat. This is a Dodger hat. And
yeah, the other guy was wearing blue jeans and a black T-shirt.
Right. Yeah. There was.
The other guy looked like he had just finished like at an actual baseball game. Like he actually looked like he was coming from a sporting event. This guy is just here getting a beer.
I wonder if somebody else has called in here, but there's somebody reportedly running back there.
Okay.
I just don't think that. I think they have got the wrong guy there.
They got the wrong guy, and the dog was
they do have the wrong guy.
Roughing him up quite a bit. But I don't see any activity back there from what I can tell, and no sign of law enforcement, so I'm not sure where that report's coming from.
They look it's not even close! It's not even close!
And a black hat. That's who ran out of the vehicle.
Yep.
And that is completely not the description of the person that they had down that was being chewed on
Jesus
by the
Christ.
canine unit there. This
totally
person,
different suspect.
Like,
they do have a passenger, at least one passenger in custody.
Female.
Female passenger. Not clear if there was a third suspect. There was a report of a third, but not sure if they've already gotten somebody else out of there. But in any event, at least the passenger.
I only saw a
And
passenger.
the driver, obviously, who is now being sought after between this apartment building and the liquor store shopping center there off of Imperial Highway and Downey Avenue is where we are.
Wow, did this guy get away?
What you spotted, that seems to comport with what may have happened here. As he saw, there was a gap. There is a gap between those two buildings with what looks like a gate. And if he was agile enough, he may have been able.
I can assure you, he was not agile enough.
Into the gap between those two buildings.
I can tell you that by just taking a brief glance at him.
Back behind. What do we see? Wait a minute. Look in that corner. Look in that corner there where the night sun is. No, go down a little bit. Tilt down.
We're gonna see him in the dumpster giving a thumbs up.
I saw a little movement right there.
There was some movement.
Oh, is he?
In that area, and that's where the night
No.
was focused.
There's no way.
Helicopter right overhead, following reports of somebody apparently running behind the businesses back there.
There's a Tier 1 Zua and Tier 1
There
Spoof.
appears to be some movement, but I don't see anybody running.
All right, right there where the sun is. You see that movement right there?
Where? What are you seeing?
The dark area to the just directly down from this building, just down a little bit. In that area is what right in there. Right, stop. Right in there is where it looks.
Yeah, get the
like
microscope out.
Movement a second ago.
Maybe
I may have been wrong, but you see how the shadows move around because the helicopters are moving? That is possibly what it was, but I thought I saw some...
Yeah, there's no shot. No way.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense, and actually that happens quite a bit to us up here because as those shadows move around, it can play tricks on the eyes, if you will, but it certainly appears that they are focused back there. They're looking for some more activity. They're probably realizing now that other person in a baseball cap.
Yeah, the guy that just got mauled?
Not their guy.
Completely innocent.
But you still see some more officers in
that guy better get paid for that.
And I wonder if they have access to other cameras back there. You never know, especially in the rear of the business.
It is possible, too, if there's a rear door, that he might have run right through the liquor store. Right,
very
and that's possible.
Yep.
Looks like that
Absolutely.
may be it right there, and that he may have run through and is back behind the building.
He is not exactly what I'd consider a physical specimen. He did not hop any of these like fences or anything.
Well.
He is somewhere here.
In fact, that's the only other way I could see him.
Unless he snuck out down the street over here.
By the time he would have run around the building and back there, he would have lost some steam. We would have seen him. We would have seen some indication. And there was other people in front as well who would have pointed police in that direction. So if he is back there,
or
those
they
reports
wouldn't.
are correct. I have a feeling you might be right. He may have very well just run straight through.
Yeah, and we're getting a better description. Our floor director, Mike Gilbert, was able to get a screenshot from our air on his phone. This is how we're doing this stuff now. The guy had a beard, too. The suspect had a beard. He was wearing a black T-shirt with some sort of logo, it appears, on the back of it, and a black hat with some sort of logo on the front of the hat, and what appeared to be light or gray jeans. or pants, and he had a beard. So we're zooming in on it literally right now, you know, that's the shot that we got from Air 7 HD, thankfully.
Let me take a peek at him real quick. Maybe I know this guy. Is that like a goatee? Is this Keemstar on the run or something? What? Wait, is that like a really sharp goatee down there? Yeah, he's got like a beard that comes to like the point. It looks like, or it could just be like an intense shadow. We need to enhance.
Pretty distinctive.
Yeah.
It's not just some plain, you know, incognito sort of outfit he's got on. Plus, he's got short sleeves. He's probably the only person within miles who's in, who's in shirt sleeves right now because it's freezing out there at night. Now it looks like there's some police activity behind the building. You see a flashlight moving around back there.
Have they made their way back there?
It
Yeah.
looks like
Well,
it. Yeah, you've got cops with flashlights.
Some flashlights. You see additional agencies now joining the surge here. Down
Just call out his name.
County Sheriff, California Highway Patrol at the end of this pursuit. None of them were able to. Is that him?
Thanks, Resub
That's not
Chickler.
him. That's
not
another.
him.
Is that somebody else though? Somebody else.
Somebody else.
Is he getting arrested back
so-
there, or what's going on?
Wonder how many people.
There might be somebody else back there. Let's keep moving in that direction. I
Right.
wonder.
What? What just happened?
Now, keep in mind, this is an armed robbery suspect, correct? This is someone who's believed to have committed an armed robbery.
That's right.
Recently, so
Yeah.
they don't know whether the person they're looking for has a weapon on them. They've got to be very careful with this search. They can't just go running up and down the street looking for this guy. They've got to be very careful about when they open a door, when they open the lid to some crawl space or something that they're looking at. They've got to be. They can't just kind of charge around through this area looking for this guy because he may have a firearm on him and could really cause some damage. So, you know, it has to be meticulous, but it has an urgency to it because this is a wanted felon.
Well, yeah, you can't just give up on the chase here.
And has so far
Now we're
been
in too
able to
deep.
Get away.
Yeah, and the report is that he may have very well been armed. So, sorry.
Go ahead.
Somebody coming out the front door. Somebody coming out the front door. That's no, that's the other guy. That's not him. That's not unless he put on a jacket.
Unless he put on a jacket. Check his shoes.
Yeah.
Let's see if his shoes. Okay, because the guy had on
Check
kind
his
of
shoes.
kind of high top shoes and very skinny jeans, if memory
Well,
serves.
lift up his jacket.
But in any event, you're right, Mark. He was reportedly armed. They have to treat this very methodically. You can see them with their guns drawn as they scour the back of that business.
Does he
Is
have
that
a
him?
beard? Does this guy have a beard?
Oh, it actually could be him.
His hat's off.
I can't see. Does he have a beard? Can we get like a lower angle? It actually could be him.
It's possible.
Maybe found a jacket back there.
He doesn't seem to have
Those
the
jeans
same
look
build.
baggier than the ones he.
They look baggier than the other guy. I agree, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an astute observation.
But what are the odds that you know they're scooping people up outside of this liquor store?
He definitely does have that like very similar facial hair. He just looked up a little
This is
bit.
the guy either. But what are the odds that you know they're scooping people up outside of?
I don't know. It could be. It actually could be. This is close.
This liquor store.
Where would he have
That's the
found that
second
jacket
person that
though?
they've got handcuffed. Maybe they're having somebody try to ID this person. But the jeans definitely look baggier than the ones that guy had on. We could be.
It's
wrong.
hard to say that though because he was running, so his chunky thighs were probably like really pushing against the jeans, making them look tighter.
Well, man,
That's
I gotta
possible.
wonder now whether he's hiding amongst.
It is
those
the same
apartments back
same
there,
color
because
shoes. I don't know if it's the same
this
brand. I don't know if
business
it's a fucking
appears
Air
to be
Jordans or something. This guy is just completely
secure
innocent.
now. Who's this?
That's not the guy.
This is the guy that was attacked.
That was
by
the
dog.
original
Okay.
guy that was attacked by the dog. Who
And this guy's just
when we
totally
first
innocent.
Saw him was walking
Basically
away from
minding
the
his own
liquor
business,
store.
yeah.
I think he had a tall boy in his hand
Immediately put his hands up in the air.
and put his hands up in the air and appeared to be complying. And then we moved off, and the next thing we know, the dog is chewing on this guy.
Very, very odd. But as they focus on all of this activity in the front, I can't help but wonder if he's not in this shopping center. Where could he have gone? And I can only think that maybe he's hiding among
I don't-
those apartments back there. Which
I'm 50-50 on it. I don't know if it's the same guy.
especially, you know, at this hour of the night. Let's go ahead and widen out a little bit more, Rob. Excuse me, and see. Is there any activity at all back there? You still see the night sun kind of peering between the buildings. Still only a handful of units. Yeah, there's some more officers with their
Thanks, you
flashlights
lazy
back
boy.
there, looking around that apartment building, looking for any hiding spots. Could have easily climbed to one of those balconies to hide out.
He easily is the wrong word. Not with that guy's
frankly.
build. He
But I
wasn't
don't
easily
think that
climbing shit.
The two people in front, at least the two people that I've seen them speaking with, I don't think either of them are related to this at all. I really don't.
It's hard to tell. The one thing is those jeans are light colored. His pants are light colored. But, you know, what are we, 800 feet in the air? 1,000 feet in the air? It's kind of hard, you know. We do have video of that suspect running away. And at the time he was wearing a
Yeah, make
hat.
this guy run.
He
Let's
had
see if he has the
on
same
a
gait pattern.
Short-sleeved T-shirt with a golden, some sort of logo on the back of it. If this person is wearing that sort of a shirt, obviously it's been covered by this hoodie that he's got on. And the jeans do, the pants appear to be baggier than what this guy was wearing.
God, he has such a
This guy's wearing
such a
Is it
goofy
mask?
running
Oh,
technique.
It's a mask. Maybe it wasn't a beard. Okay, well there you go. That might be a thing.
Oh, interesting. I guess it could have been.
Could you tell, Rob? Was he wearing a mask when he was running?
Oh,
I
actually,
don't
yeah, it
think-
might actually be a mask.
Yeah, let's go
Yeah, it
ahead
did.
and try that. One
Fuck,
more
this
time.
is
I just wanna
tough.
Get one more view up here.
I don't
of
know.
The suspect as he was running across
Is it the right
lanes
guy?
there. He was wearing a mask.
Yeah, that was a mask, not a beard.
He was wearing a mask. Look at that.
So.
And he is not quite as skinny as I thought, but
Right.
I still can't tell whether. I still can't tell whether it's the same person and where he
I
was
can't
getting it
either.
from.
Looks similar, but you know now,
hat,
if
yeah.
he's grabbed a hoodie from somebody, then it makes sense.
I do love
Then it
watching him
looks a little
run.
More like the guy, you know.
It's like his first time
I
jogging
bet if we
ever.
were to see him running, we could probably pick him out.
Even the
But,
news anchor's saying the same thing.
The good news is nobody that we know of has been hurt. Well, I shouldn't say that. I need to check myself. Somebody got hurt. It was the guy that was
guy
walking out
attacked
of
by
the
the
liquor store
dog.
that got bitten by the police dog. So that person, and you know, a German Shepherd is no joke. When they're biting you, that can be extremely serious, and
Yeah, it sure can.
it could merit a trip to the hospital for that individual who may have just been minding his own business.
What do you mean may
walking
have?
away from
We
the
know
liquor
he
store
was.
And ended up being chewed on by a police dog. So there
You're
is
absolutely
that
right.
part
Wouldn't
of
be
this.
surprised to see an ambulance pull in here any second. But
He's
in
still
the
sitting
meantime,
down.
I tell you what I don't
Thanks for
see,
your sub,
Mark,
Carl.
is any attempt at a perimeter.
Right.
It doesn't even look like they're setting up for any kind of a containment. So, you know, if he's not here, he's gone, essentially, because there is no way at this point that they have enough manpower to set up. There's the ambulance.
Yeah, you called it.
Paramedics
This
on
is,
scene down there, and here's the stretcher.
Yeah.
and this guy.
Enjoy the
who's still
$15,000
in
ride to the
handcuffs.
hospital in the
Go ahead, back up a little
ambulance.
bit, Justin. We'll
What a
pull back
fucked
away
up
from
night.
the front of the
Just
awning
buying
there
a
to get
beer,
better view of
get
the-
mauled by a police dog because they didn't bother to
Unlucky,
even double check if you were the culprit.
Yeah, this individual who, by all appearances, was
He is
not
bleeding.
in any way
It's
connected.
free?
Yeah, you
No,
can
it's
see the
not.
blood on the-
I
on
rode
the
in an
ground.
ambulance
He
once. It was
not
15
connected,
grand for the
to our
ride from
knowledge,
the hospital to
this
another hospital in an
situation.
ambulance.
And all of a sudden,
Maybe it's free
he
for
was
him. I don't
being,
know.
You know, basically chewed on by a police canine. He doesn't
Well-
match a description of the suspect. He's got on a Dodgers cap.
There's a lawsuit.
Yeah, it could potentially be.
Thanks, the
And
Prime
he's,
Gecko.
I think he has something to say to the officers right now. I'm not sure what the discussion is. Obviously, that's going
It's
on.
not
there.
15 though. I love people telling me that it wasn't 15
You know,
when I
this
was the
is,
one that was there.
Unfortunate.
You're right.
Of what happened here. We still aren't
You're the expert.
positive that the person that they have in custody,
You must have drafted
the
up
other
the
person that they
documents
have in custody,
for my insurance.
is in fact the driver. We know there was a female passenger who stayed with the vehicle and was immediately arrested by the highway patrol, and now they've obviously, well, that's the car that was involved. They've cleared that. And so now the question is, do they have the right person and or people? And is that the end of this?
Is the resub
pursuit,
Corbini
which
in Tier 1
began,
Chrome?
as you have been reporting with.
I actually do think they probably did get the right guy the
So,
second
Mark,
time.
we're
This
hearing
guy's
now
got to
that
sue
there
the shit
are
out of him though.
Two people
But yeah. Now that it's pretty clear that it was a mask on the first pass,
including
he must have found a jacket back there and put it on.
That leads me to wonder whether maybe this guy here ran in the other direction. You know, we automatically, at the end of these pursuits, immediately, instinctively follow the driver when they foot bail. It's quite possible that somebody else in the back seat ran away from the vehicle in a different direction and could be related. It's not out of the question. It's at least possible.
True, the camera did pull
Put
off
that
the
out there
second
as
they came to a
possibility.
stop.
As we followed the driver with the camera, we don't exactly know whether anybody else fled the vehicle, and it very well could be the case that somebody did, and it could in fact be the person who was tracked down by that canine. So you can see him now being treated and taken in for questioning.
Well,
But,
they're certainly treating him as a suspect. He's still handcuffed. They're searching him, it looks like. They're putting, well, no, they're putting some bandages on them, but we assume that there will be a search
Prime
if
Zest.
there hasn't been one
The
already
bitch chrome.
of this individual. So it's really difficult for us to determine from this literal and figurative altitude to determine what we're looking at here in terms of this person, or in fact in terms of the other person that they've got in custody, the other male.
Well, I can tell you exactly what happened here. They got the wrong guy, they know they got the wrong guy, and they're doing everything possible to try and, like, avoid a lawsuit. So they're gonna try and find any way of, like, charging him with something, it would be my guess.
And we do not know
What a fuck up. This is just a random guy.
What his involvement
Just a
is.
literal random guy who bought a beer.
It certainly didn't appear to be, I didn't see anybody else running, but it's certainly possible. And if he's not, I mean, it could always be that they found something else on him, but I mean, we have no evidence of that.
Right.
All we saw was the dog taking him down, quite frankly. And even that was peculiar because he was already showing signs of complying.
Yeah, that's the
So-
thing. He had his hands up, and then we, you know, you and I think everybody from our
Thanks the
end
bits, Muku.
thought that, no, that can't be, that's not the guy we saw running out, so we're looking for the guy that ran out. And he
From
just
another
continued
POV,
walking,
the guy that got jumped by a
to the
dog looked
left
like he
of
was
the
talking
screen.
shit and started
We
walking
left
away.
him with our camera.
What? What other angle? He had his hands up. Here. It was right here.
That Knightson following along the perimeter of the building.
Is this the guy?
That's not
He
him
immediately
either.
sets his shit down and then just puts his
Is
hands
it?
up.
I don't think so.
I
you
don't
talking
think he
about?
had that much time to change. He wasn't wearing
No,
anything like that when he got out
Yeah,
of the
I
vehicle.
don't think so.
On CBS
somebody
8?
with
How many angles did they have?
One lane there.
Either way, talking shit shouldn't get you jumped by the police dog. We're up. Oh, it's CBS 2. Nope, it's not CBS 2 either. CBS 9. It's not CBS 9 either. So nobody knows. Fox 10. Ah, okay. Getting so many mixed ones here. Oh, here we go.
Boy, after getting so dangerous, just glad they decided to, don't know why in that moment, decided to get out and run if they were thinking they were going to run into a business or something.
Oh.
They
So
are
he
well-
did just start walking away.
Huh. Okay. Oh boy.
Oh, I see.
Oh, he's going to get canine right now.
Oh, he
boy.
brought that on himself.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow. That. What the
Wow.
fuck was he thinking? That
And
was so dumb.
Still resisting here.
That was really
You
fucking
know,
dumb.
the CHP's got their taser there as well. So, you know, we may
Still wasn't at all involved in the police chase here. But what a bad decision from him. Probably drunk. Must have been. Had to have been. And there goes his chance at a lawsuit. Thanks to resub Floyd in Forsane. He didn't deserve that, but it's still a stupid decision. Like, a cop always responds with something like that, especially since they clearly had no idea who they were even chasing. I still don't think he deserved to get jumped by the dog, but he actually did ask for some kind of problem by doing that. That was fucking dumb. Not his fault. It is his fault. Like, what do you mean? Like, he did the right thing immediately, Just wait it out. They literally caught the guy 2 seconds later. Him walking away is just always going to lead to a problem. Like, it just wasn't smart. Like, it was just not smart. Especially not with the current climate of cops. You have to have a death wish to do some shit like that. You're not obligated to talk to police for no reason. Yeah, tell them that when they're sicking the dog on you. Just, like, still, why? Why be that person that's like, am I being arrested? Am I being detained? I'm going home. And then just end up being one of those people that get fucking tased and shot. Like, yeah, it sucks, but Jesus, like, have some kind of self-preservation. The amount of people that die doing that shit is baffling. And yet people still, like, walk away from it. But I agree. I don't think he should have been jumped by a dog. But that was just a dumb idea from him. Doesn't make it right. It doesn't, but have some fucking self-preservation instead of trying to get, like, this dunk, like, well, I know my rights. And you're wrong. So I'm gonna walk away during this police chase where you have a gun and a dog on me. Like, it's just not smart. It is just not smart. That is the simple fact of the matter. Thanks the Prime Pando. Shit take. Hey, man. I didn't make the cops the way they are right now. That's not me, man. I just think that you should value your own life as opposed to regurgitating Reddit advice on what to do during an extremely tense situation where cops are always looking for some kind of excuse for excessive force in a situation like this. So just play by their rules temporarily and save your own life. Clown take. Hey, man. Hey, I'm not telling you how to live your life. If you're buying a beer and they jump you, like, thinking you're a criminal, do exactly what this guy did, man. Go for it. I'm not going to stop you. I'm going to think you're dumb for it. Like, I'm going to think it's a pretty bad idea. But I'm not going to stop you. You're well within your right. Go for it, man. This guy's going to get nothing out of a lawsuit against the cops either now because now they're going to blame him for, like, resisting arrest or impeding an active investigation or some shit. So now this man got mauled by a dog and gets nothing out of it except an expensive ambulance ride and an injury. I'll take without knowing the law. Again, man, I just don't see the point in having this argument with the cops about your rights when clearly they've shown many times it doesn't matter. There's a lot of times where they very much don't abide by the law. So why the fuck are you going to try and make them and escalate the situation? You can if you want. I'm not going to stop you. But it always leads to a big problem and usually a big injury. And it's not the cops that get injured. Thanks, Resub Diz. That was a pretty wild chase, though. I really do wonder if they got the right guy. I still am 50-50 on it. I cannot decide, because he would have had to find a really conveniently placed jacket to go from this to this. I don't know where he would have found that. Thanks, Risa Brex. Finish it? No, it's just them going through the rest of it. I already know. And then him going to the hospital on his own dime. Fuck, I just can't decide. I'm leaning towards it's the same guy.
And that apartment
God
building
damn it, do the side by side again. Where was it? There it is.
outside of
Like, I feel like it probably is. I think it's a bit Samboni. No, I don't know where he would have got the jacket. That's the thing. I don't know where he would have picked that up running through the liquor store. But they did find this guy in the alley. That's another thing to keep in mind. They picked this guy up out back. And like I said, this guy was not athletic enough to be jumping any kind of walls. So he absolutely went through the liquor store and got stuck, realizing he doesn't have the physical capabilities to get over this wall. So they catch him over here. But then again,
Might be somebody else back there.
they caught him here, but for some reason, he's still checking. Like, he's still looking in these other
Keep in
areas
mind,
for
This is
someone.
an armed robbery suspect, correct? This is someone who's believed to have committed an armed robbery.
So, like, why would he still be looking in here like it's like a fucking, like a Looney Tunes hide-and-seek moment? If they just caught the guy. Looking for a weapon? Oh, good point. True, because it was an armed robbery. Good point, good point. When did they get him back here? Was it here?
California Highway Patrol.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, so they got him out back here. It's probably the guy. That would be one hell of a coincidence if a guy wearing similar jeans, similar shoes, similar build in the exact same spot that the criminal ran to just happened to be at the wrong place, wrong time. Is his hat somewhere? Oh, he absolutely just fucking launched that somewhere. Definitely not the same guy. Skinny jeans. He's not wearing skinny jeans, though. He's just a big boy in jeans, and when he was running, that shit just pressed against his groin. I don't think he's wearing skinny jeans here.
Imperial occasion.
Driver jumping out of.
See, like, to me, that just doesn't really look like skinny jeans. That looks like he's putting a lot of pressure on the jeans themselves. They're just normal jeans.
The vehicle. Driver
See, and his pants are falling down even still during this
running through a parking lot, getting out
during
of the
this
vehicle.
run. And as he slows down, they start bagging up a little bit.
Driver running through a parking lot, getting out of the vehicle.
See, like, they're not skinny jeans. Like, they are bagging up here, just like the guy they do catch.
But,
I don't know, man.
they're proper.
Plus, they still have the witnesses around here who watched them go in. I'm sure they asked them, hey, did this guy just run through your store? Like, I'm sure they would have done at least the bare minimum there. I think it's the same guy. The more I see from it, the more I'm convinced. Yeah, I think it's the same guy. Check the shoes. The shoes are the same. The shoes are absolutely the same. The store probably has cameras too. True. I think it's a tier 1 jack. Can we look at the Fox angle? Did they really even have like a different angle of this though? They did have a different angle on the other guy. Let me see.
The entire time coming up, I'm sure it's they're looking for. So it's front and saw them.
That is absolutely the same guy. Yeah, look at those jeans. That would be an unreal coincidence
Yeah, so
if this is not the same guy. Not exactly a better angle of him, though. In fact, the other one has the best angle there. Similar belly. Yeah, build, clothes, outfit, all of it. Very similar. I think they got the right guy. Man, he had so much time, too, to escape. He was betrayed by his own lack of athleticism. Thanks to the resub, Roman. The new PS5 Souls game. Yeah, that's not surprising. I'm the only one here who's real and knows what they're talking about. You're all NPCs in my fantasy. Ah, so you've discovered solipsism. Interesting. Slippery slope. Good luck. What is solipsism? The belief that only the self is real. Yeah, I did used to go to raves quite a bit. No way to prove or disprove solipsism. That's where it becomes a slippery slope. You actually watch the news? Fuck no, I just watch the police chases. Yeah, there is a way to prove it. What the fuck? How do you prove that other people are real? Like, you can't. Like, to someone that believes that only they are real, you can't prove that someone else is having the same kind of, like, lived experience you are. Like, you can't prove that someone else is seeing life the way you're seeing it. Like, there's no actual way to do that. Unless, of course, you, like, Freaky Friday'd. I think he's a resub radical. And the bit snert. Sounds like mental illness. I don't think I don't think it's like a mental illness. Let me see. It's been a while since I've looked into solipsism. That is an interesting topic. No, it's not a mental illness. It's more just like a philosophical belief. I guess it could lead to like a mental illness or something, like gang stalking, I guess. Maybe. Hey, thanks for 3 gift subs, son. Extreme form of I think, therefore I am. Rene Descartes. Not really. Like, they're kind of... I mean, I guess they're somewhat similar. This is like an I think, therefore I'm the only one that thinks. And you can't prove me wrong. Not really like one-to-one, though. I think, therefore they aren't. That's cute. How do you snap out of it then? What do you mean the same way you snap out of any kind of those like weird rabbit holes that make you miserable? You stop thinking about them. You stop researching them. Simple. You do something else. Hey, Maki, good to see you tonight. Hope you've had a good day. Thank you for the 10 gift subs. And thanks for the resub, low key. And the Prime, the Marion. Oh, and another 10. Goddamn, Maki, thank you for that. Apparently, solipsistic syndrome is a challenge for astronauts on long-term missions. I don't really see how that works into being an astronaut, but I'm not gonna like go against it. I could totally like believe it. I just don't really see how that develops there, like as astronauts. I guess just maybe the isolation. Would I go to space for content? Absolutely fucking not. I don't even go on airplanes. I would not go to space. Ooh, thanks for the 5 gift subs, Jfish. Thank you for that. Space would be cool for 5 minutes. Yeah, then it just becomes like I'm out here alone or with only 2 other people that I don't even really like that much. Then you're just bored out of your mind. Apparently you can't even come in space. So like there's truly nothing up there for me. Did most of you not know that? Yeah, what? I remember we talked about this on the podcast. You can't get an erection in space, or at least not really. Blood flow is essential to get an erection, and lower blood pressure would mean it would be harder to get an erection and harder to keep it going. There's another issue that might impede this: testosterone levels collapsing while in space. Yeah, so it's like really hard to get an erection in space. I think it's a resub fresh. Why would anyone think we'd know that? I don't know. I just thought it was a well-known thing. Thanks to the resub, New Manson. Hasn't there been astronauts that have had sex in space? I'm sure there's ways around it, like, I don't know, injecting blood into your wiener. Like, I don't know. But yeah, the low blood pressure, low testosterone leads to a really tough environment for an erection in space, apparently. Space Viagra? I guess, maybe. I feel like that would lead to problems in space too, though. Thanks to the resub, Kikan. Can a person's mouth work like a vacuum? So, like, how about voice crack BJ's in space? Well, I don't think you create, like, a perfect vacuum in your mouth or anything. I don't know if it would really help. How would putting your cock in someone's mouth, like, solve the low blood pressure thing, like, instantly? I guess maybe if you, like, do that for hours, perhaps. These are resub casual. Maybe a dick pump. Take this to the ISS. I don't know. Like, ask the people on the International Space Station. It's like sucking a deflated balloon. No. Stop attacking Elon, Charlie. What are you, his PR guy? If he keeps embarrassing himself, I'm gonna keep making fun of him. And when he does good things, I'll give him an applause for it. It's just super simple stuff. He's just a silly guy. He is a bit of a goofball. He has been known to get a little wacky. That is for sure. Thanks the resub Raven and soup. You see DJ Khaled's concert where no one knew the lyrics and he stood there in silence? Yeah, I did see that clip. How'd the rating go tonight? Pretty well. We're through 3 encounters right now. I also got a BOE drop, which is cool. You watch it again? What, the DJ Khaled clip? Sure. I imagine it might come up if I just look up DJ Khaled concert right now. Oh, it's the top one. God did. Yeah, Khaled! Damn, everything just collapsed for him in his brain. Pretty cool. His best comedy sketch yet. Easy gift sub Raymond. Probably not remains. He just stood there. Yeah, he was shocked. Have you played Marvel Snap? Yep. It's pretty fun. The bottom video is his response. No, it's not. It's from 5 years ago. This is a different performance. It was a more recent one. Thanks, I give sub dumb. Oh. No, I still haven't played Divine Knockout. I will at some point, though. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed. Alright. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. New subs, welcome aboard. Sub means a lot. Enjoy the emotes. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody. Bye-bye.